Bourbon Town.
Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Kellen.
I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Knob Creek.
Alrighty, we're back on home turf, which has surprisingly turned into bourbon as our home turf. I know what's happened to us. We used to be anti-bourbon and pro-Scotch was basically how we were, and now I still love Scotch, but like, I don't know, I have a real sweet spot for bourbon now. I love it.
Ever since I got past that the barrel bitterness.
The banana.
So I don't get na-na anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're back. I don't know. Knob Creek is one of my favorites. They're from there's the what is it called? The Booker No line. So there's Booker's, Baker's, Knob Creek, Basil Hayden's, I think. I think the Knob Creek is the bottom one. I think it's the bottom on that ladder, isn't it? I don't know. I think it starts with Booker.
It's a low. I don't know if it's at the bottom, but it's low. On a low brand.
Who cares? Anyway, small batch. Now I have an issue. I don't know how old this is because there is some confusion. Now it used to be the small batch was 9 years old, and then they lost their ability to have this to be able to call it 9 years old. I'm not sure why, but apparently they are back again being able to call it 9 years old and have it. So I don't know if this is younger and it's not 9 years old, or if it's just part of the line that run where they weren't able to give it the 9 year age statement. I don't know. I think it's 9 years old though. It tastes pretty decently old, which is 9 is pretty decently old for a bourbon. They don't last long out there in the heat. Now this is a Kentucky straight bourbon. I don't know, handcrafted as everyone claims. 50%, which is a good solid spot for bourbon. I think bourbon really benefits from high proof. Scotch does too, but I think bourbon more so. The notes just kind of, I don't know.
They jump out the glass.
They're just, it's addictive. Bourbon, good bourbon once you find one. Oh.
Did I just tip mine everywhere?
I don't know.
I did.
Probably.
I just looked straight in the camera like
It's really sweet on the nose.
I get barrel bitterness as well.
Yeah, I get the bit of that banana, the oakiness, some of that corn sweetness, bit of caramel, bit of vanilla.
Yeah. It's a very sweet bourbon.
It's a sweet bourbon, and that's because they do a really, really deep char. Knob Creek does on their small batch. So the barrels are really, alligator skinned up. And what that does is it forces the whiskey to draw out more of the sugars. That's just the chemical process. So the more charred you do a barrel, I believe that the sweeter the bourbon often turns out. It's something to do with the interaction between the whiskey and the chemicals in the barrel, but it comes out with more of that kind of like caramelized sweet note.
Yeah,
you get more of that banana though. You do. Oh, it's a good bourbon. I love Knob Creek. Ooh. It is sweet. It's super sweet, but it's weird. Like with Scotch, I'm not a huge fan of overly sweet Scotches, but with bourbon, it's like it's meant to be sweet. Like when it's sweet, that's what I expect. I enjoy it in this for some reason.
Yeah.
Especially when you're proof like 50%. It helps it not be just kind of like lolly water.
You actually get all that caramel flavour in the taste. Some dark fruits as well.
It's like maple. Maple syrup. It's like there's a decent amount of nuttiness in there. Not like peanuts like I got with Elijah Craig. More like
it's like
just
nut.
Toasted almonds or something. Yeah.
Nut.
Stop saying nut.
I want to zoom in on my face. Nut.
We need that ability to like edit. That's all we needed. But we need a new camera. We're in the process of doing some research. We I don't know. We're looking at like the Sony. I actually
there's so many good cameras.
There's a lot of good cameras, and we are not like. We know how to record, we know how to edit and stuff to a degree, but we're not like camera people. We don't know a whole lot about it, so it's hard for us to do the research and know what specs to pay attention to.
There's just lots of wood notes. in the taste.
So I'm like automatically going to relaxation mode.
That's all I want to do in this.
I just want to sit in the sun, smoke a cigar. I was looking, because Australia is actually really hard to get your hands on cigars in regards to like not laws and stuff. It's just the availability of like actual stores. Like you have to get it online, and when you're not like we're cigar people, but we're not like super educated on it. So we would like to talk to someone, give us some hints on like which direction to go for what we like.
It's just a woody wiki.
Woody wiki.
I need some
The
more.
finish
So
is
good.
The finish is
Jesus.
yeah, the cork is really tight. It's a what do they call it? It's not a natural cork.
It's a synthetic.
Yeah, it's synthetic cork, but it's a toy one. Alrighty, thank you for watching this episode on Knob Creek. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts on Knob Creek. Check out our socials, links down below. We interact a fair bit with, comments and stuff through those avenues. So if you want to ask us a question, if you've got a whiskey you recommend, whatever, just hit us up and we'll reply.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.